Time for Law and Disorder.
I demand a lawyer.
With attorney Jeff Kaufman on 101.1 WJRR.
We are Orlando's rock station, and of course, Law and Disorder brought to you by Kaufman and Lynd. As in Jeff Kaufman, who's here today, back from his jet-setting adventures.
I had a friend who wanted me to go to his Halloween party. It just happened to be a little farther south than I would normally go.
Yeah. A friend just says, hey, come to my Halloween party. It happens to be, I don't know, in Colombia.
No. I had been there, and he had asked me advice on how to build it and everything, and I gave some advice. So this was like, it only open a week, but Colombia does things a little differently.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. On multiple levels. Anyway.
That's cool. Opening of a bar.
Yeah, busy day. Quick weekend.
All right.
So, questions coming in at 22526. Also, pound 546 on your cell is another way to get in touch with Jeff directly, or Jeff at whenyouneedus.com. This one just came in. Hey, Jeff, if a neighbor's massive oak tree is on their property but falls on my house, who's responsible for damages?
Oh, we've gone over this one.
Well, there's act of God, there's insurance, there's homeowners insurance, things like that. I mean, it really depends on what his insurance covers or what doesn't cover, but normally he would be responsible for it. Because he's responsible for the removal and everything else, especially if it was old or something like that, or you knew it was going down.
I guess a few of these are coming, because we had Hurricane Ian. Somebody else said, my neighbor's tree fell on my house. Who pays for that? A different one. My fiance slipped and fell at a friend's. We were staying and paying rent, and we did an insurance claim through the homeowner's insurance. They said the investigation was complete, but then asked more questions. What should we try and do?
Never go at this alone. Remember, everything you say to the insurance company, they ask you questions particularly to get them off the hook. So do not talk to them directly. I mean, you're not a lawyer. You don't understand how bad they're getting you. Oh, hey, why don't you tell me? They're so nice to you on the phone. You don't mind if we record? We're recording this just because this is our practice. And then they deny your claim. So never do this. Contact a lawyer. Don't you fall in somebody's home, something happens. Anytime you have to contact the insurance somebody else's insurance company, hire a lawyer.
So the same advice that you give after you're arrested and they want to question you.
Yes.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Yes.
You know, we have this conversation all the time with people. You know, anytime somebody wants to talk to you, whether it be an insurance company, you see it in every television show. The person's in the room, and the minute the guy goes, lawyer, and you see the people go, the police also, oh, and they get all upset because they go, I guess he's smarter than we are. Yes! All you have to be, you don't have to be smarter. All you have to say the word is lawyer.
Do you root for the bad guys and the crime?
I don't like. Shows? You know, the problem is, I like Blue Bloods. I admit it. I love that show.
So does Tom.
But I gotta say, Wahlberg. You know, Donnie. His police officer. He's a criminal. He's a criminal every time. He's either punching somebody or hitting somebody or abusing somebody's rights. And I get he's doing it for the end justifies the means, but he's the exact reason why these laws exist on how you can't take advantage of people's rights. Every show he gets somebody in the box. Hey you, and the guy please. You know, it's just such a scumbag thing.
Only one of you are going to get the deal. Who's going to talk
first? Is it
going
to be you or is it he?
See, I'm a full supporter of law enforcement.
And he's in there flapping his gums.
Yeah. Law enforcement is allowed to lie to you.
Yeah.
That's a rule. Mm-hmm. And listen, I know that's a tactic and everything else, but that's the situation. And I get it, but it's kind of scummy too.
And these insurance companies, he's not kidding. I've had it where they will talk to you, and then they'll reword that question again a different way, so you screw up and say, oh, yeah. So your advice to this individual is...
Shut up! Hire an attorney.
Lawyer up.
And I mean, lawyers get a piece of what you get, so they want to get you the most money possible. You know, insurance companies know that when a lawyer's negotiating, so they know they have to build that fee in, too.
Mm-hmm. If my insurance undercharged me for my premiums and it made me owe on my taxes, is that legal?
What do you mean owe on your taxes?
I guess
you mean short on escrow.
Yeah, I guess short on their
well, your taxes have nothing to do with this.
Property tax?
That's a different figure.
They
all come out of escrow.
What's going on here?
Okay.
You know what I think happened was, here's the deal. The mortgage company that they have only put back a certain amount of money. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the year, they were short when it came time to pay the policy.
Like Pat was saying, with escrow or whatever, too.
So they can, sometimes they put that into the next year, or sometimes they require it now, but it doesn't short your taxes. It just means that, you know, the mortgage company screwed up when they were adding everything up.
Okay.
And ultimately, your mortgage payment will be adjusted.
But then again,
Or
we did
should
have a
be
variable
adjusted.
we don't know. I mean, in this situation, it's a weird one because it affected my taxes. So we're guessing how it affects your taxes. So
Okay. If you want to get in touch with Jeff directly, again, it's jeff@whenyouneedus.com or #546 on your cell. His specialty is personal injury, but, he's cool enough to answer all these
we
questions.
try. You know,
This one is a little bit girthy, but we'll go at it.
even in other words, long and we won't understand it.
No, you will. My ex-husband and I divorced in 2009.
Okay.
He asked me to sign a quit claim deed.
Yes.
In
I mean,
2010.
it's the property. You signed the property over to him, your house.
So
Okay. Sure.
they did it. He verbally agreed to refinance the mortgage to take my name off. He passed away the other day.
verbally. Never, ever take a verbal agreement, especially when it deals with property or anything else like that.
And now-
it's so hard to prove because now there's a special statutes that deal with promises made by dead people. And that's difficult because verbal promises are tough. It really needs to be in writing. What was this about?
It gets even messier. So
Oh, there's more.
passed away the other day and didn't have a will. His daughter said she doesn't have a power of attorney, so the house will go into probate. What are my options to keep this from financially ruining me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact is this should have been a part of your divorce. So it should have been written up in the order how property was distributed. So you might have to go back to that original order. I mean, you don't own this property, but you were on the mortgage. So that's very weird how that happened. But then again, you could claim part of the property. You did quit claiming it away, but based on something else. So you might be able to argue you have ownership of the property, but it sounds like the property's underwater, meaning that he owed more than it was worth, especially since right now, since property values have dropped by about 10, 15%. So hopefully it has increased in value over that 10 years that will be part of the debt. And I think you can actually, in the probate, argue that money in that house has to go to pay off the mortgage. So I would do that.
Okay, we have a landlord question here. Can a landlord evict you for calling the police too many times for domestic violence?
Well, when you say you're getting evicted, now what can happen is that in your, like I said, look at your lease. If it's month to month, he can evict you basically saying, listen, I'm not going to renew your lease. But if you still have like 6 to 8 months left on it, you can make the argument that this isn't my problem, but you have to read your lease.
Okay. Can an HOA require a homeowner to remove a tree that had been planted decades ago when the community was developed and make the homeowner pay for it? The tree is on the street side of the sidewalk, so it's in the swale.
What? Well, the swale. That's a big word for you, Bob.
I know.
In the swale. When did you get all legal?
It's very-
Bob said in the swale. I'm looking at him going, what is this?
That is a sign of a native Floridian right there is what that is. We all grew up knowing that word.
Now, that's a sign of getting too many letters from the HOA. That's what that means.
No.
He's had a bunch of things in his swale that he had to
You
be
Florida
responsible
crackers
for.
know.
There might be some truth to what
In
he
the
said.
swale.
I'm one of you.
Oh my God! In
Yeah.
the swale. All right, here's the deal. HOA can tell you to do whatever they want to do. You put them on the board. You did what they can, and if it's in violation of a rule, they can file it. Then fine you every day you don't take care of it. So if this tree is doing weird things like hanging in the street, dumping stuff on the property, they're going to hold you responsible.
Okay.
You got time for one more, Bob.
A kid slipped off the stairs at my house. Trick-or-treating accident. Kid slipped off the stairs at my house while trick-or-treating. Am I responsible?
Depends on the status of your stairs. If your stairs were all rickety and you weren't taking care of it, that's on you. If you don't have the right paint on the stairs that makes them super slippery, that could be on you. But if it's just regular stairs and there's no problem, your duty to protect only requires you to do what's normal. So in this situation, if a kids slip all the time, but for example, let's say there was grease or chicken fat or whatever you got on your stairs. It happens.
Very common.
I'm not kidding.
Chicken fat on
it happens all the time in like the big box stores. A lot of chicken fat.
Hey, quick! The kids are coming trick or
We
treating.
got a lot of chicken fat out here.
There's got some chicken fat on
Chicken
the
fat
stairs.
on the swale.
Get the sidewalk, too, with the chicken fat. All
It's
right.
all over the swale. We got to go.
All right, if you ever want to reach out to Jeff directly, you absolutely can. And, he gets back to you. He'd say he gets a lot of volume coming in, but he does his best to get back to you.
Remember, personal injury is his special. Jeff at whenyouneedus.com.
And we get thousands of these a week. If there's only so many we answer, but we do our best.
Jeff Kaufman, have a tremendous week. We appreciate your services every week.
Oh, I appreciate my service. That's fantastic.
All right. Ta-ta.
Lynch and Taco kick off your workday with a big-ass block of rock.
Every morning at 8 a.m. on